And we are live, back for more. Well, suffering really. House of the Dragons, the one and only. Episode 2 of Season 2. Let's get it. All right, guys, Brent here back with Geek Variants. We cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, House of the Dragons, and I am very excited to be with each and every one of you on this lovely evening as we all suffer through the joys and pains in which Westeros will bring to just about everyone under the sun because no one is going to be safe. No one is going to be completely just untarnished from what we have here, and then a friendly reminder to all of those who are watching post edit, just so we're aware, all this entire episode, there will be no premiere of House of the Dragons within this screen here. We don't have legal rights, legal authorities, or legal permissions in order to show the episode within the space here. So just so we're aware, it is a watch party where you watch on your phone, we watch on our screens, we talk about the episode, and you guys will be the first to get our thoughts, our feelings, our recap, all that good stuff as we move forward to yet another action packed week. Looking forward to seeing what we go through this week because last week was a doozy. And I just got to say, with everything that happened last week, I'm kind of nervous for what's to come for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? Because look, episode 1 started off kind of easy world building, and then as the episode progressed, things continued to get darker and darker and darker. Ultimately, culminating within the most unfortunate and tragic moment we've seen. I want to say thus far in Game of Thrones, other than maybe there's probably a few moments from Game of Thrones that'll be just as dark, but we've never had an episode ultimately where the life of a child was taken so unnecessarily and so ultimately early on in the production of the show. Because this is episode 1. That's normally episode 7 behavior from Game of Thrones. If you follow the regular series, every episode 7, there was some kind of terrible tragedy to befall Westeros. In this episode and in this capacity, we had some absolutely wild and crazy things take place, things that could not and should not have happened for any number of reasons. And Will, you were just going through it last week. Tell me some thoughts, feelings, emotions you went through last week.
Everything. I got a correction. Episode 9 is where stuff goes wrong. Episode 9 is where everything just be going to crap. The red wedding, all that stuff. Yeah. But this be having me in a tizzy because again, yeah, the whole kid thing, did not see that coming. Threw me for a loop. The fact is that everyone's out for revenge right now. Like that's what this episode is about, revenge. Like who wants to get back at who wants to take over this, who wants to take over that. Like it's been painful. I don't think that they're gonna go exactly as the books are gonna go. I think they might change something up somewhere. I've been seeing too many theory crafting videos about different things, and somebody showed me a clip about the dragon wing, and we think the kid could have survived floating down on the dragon wing. I don't know.
You are on the crazy train
I'm
already.
already on
I
the
love
crazy
that.
train. I'm starting this off on the crazy train. I've been there. I'm riding this thing to the end.
But ultimately, if the kid ended up surviving, that kind of ruins like 90% of the season just for the cause and effect that this doesn't have the same profound effect on his brother, who's now harboring the weight of the fact he suggested that both of them go out and do this mission, ultimately leading to his brother's death because Aemon, is Aemon and he's a bit reckless at times, a bit carefree, a bit too forward, a bit too pressing. Aemon is an anime character that got shoved into this and is a bit of an edgelord. I don't really know how else to really describe Aemon, so that led to that ultimate culmination. Plus, now that we have this untimely demise of the kid from, that House of Green side, we ultimately have to kind of go in and think, okay, now everyone's going to be absolutely let loose. Aegon, for all intents and purposes, been a really swell guy thus far. He just wants people's approval. He wants them to like him. He wants to do what's right by the kingdom. He wants people to be happy. He wants people to be taken care of. And ultimately, now that his child is the one that paid the price for this, the revenge eye for an eye thing, welcome on in, Aaron. So, like, things are going to be just absolutely mind blowing. Everything that people go through in this next episode, because Westeros is a place where when no holds barred happens, they literally mean no holds barred. So, can you imagine what that means when dragons are going to be involved in this? Like, are we going to see the battles already beginning, or are we going to start seeing people slowly calculating, strategizing, finalizing allies? I know you love to theory craft, so I'm going to leave the door wide on open for you. Hit me with what you got.
Yeah. Well, first off, Cole, what's his name? Cole. He needs to die. Like, I'm tired of him. He just needs to go. Go away. He's the Kingsguard guy, right? On the all white.
The
Cole's
Kingsguard
name.
who's spending more time within the Queen's Guard, if you know what I'm saying.
Instead of doing his job and protecting the family. So, he needs to die. Like, I'm sick of him. I hope he dies because what happened with the kids and stuff, and he just like, yo, where were you? Oh, he was bedding down such and such. Oh, really? Done. Get rid of him. But I think that'll take away from the brothers kind of clashing at some point. So we'll see how
Episode
that
will be
goes.
about an hour. I think they're shooting for 55 minutes on this one, Pet Starfish. Go on.
Yeah. So that Rhaenyra, uh, what is
She's gonna be
she
pissed.
going to do? What is she going to do when she finds out what has happened? Like, how is she going to handle this? She's got to deal with, you know, whatever was going through in their heads when this was set up. This made no sense to do this. Damon, I know
Damon
he's got
acted rogue.
I know he's got bigger plans in place, but that just seems reckless. So reckless.
A son for a son.
I don't know how they're gonna handle this, but I know we already know Aegon's gonna be freaking pissed. Alicent, I think she'll be pissed as well. Some of that, but
Because she just lost a grandkid,
but
so to speak.
is she going to just be like, oh my god, we lost grandkid, or is she going to be feeling some type of guilt because she was out there, getting clapped while somebody should have been protecting? Like, see, this is stuff that. So is she going to have any guilt in any of this or not? Because remember, she came in there and was like, hey, they took him. Like, there's only this one left, and she walked in right while they were handling business. So if they ask her, like, hey, Helena, where's what happened to my babies? We're like, whoa, well, one got messed up, and I went to go tell somebody because nobody was around, and I walked in on your mama, out here slapping cheeks with the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like there's gonna be a lot of power trip thing that's been involved with Daemon, and seeing how reckless and unthoughtful he is because he just generally didn't think any of this through. Like, if you're able to get in people to King's Landing this early on, Aegon should have been target number one, and not Aemond trying to hold him personally responsible, because Aegon would have just gotten revenge for his brother. If you took out the king, this would have been check and mate, and that's all she wrote. And the king was drunk with two drunken fools in front of him and two guards that literally just watched the assassins walk right on by and meander on through with some of the most lax security that we've ever seen in all of Westeros. Because, like, when you watch Game of Thrones, you get the feeling that the royal family's protected, that they're always being guarded, that they're people constantly and effortlessly and meticulously watching your every single move. And then House of the Dragons is like, is the entire security detail on lunch? Is everyone on break? Did everyone put in their PTO time requests at the same exact time? So we have nothing we can do about this? It's like, where is everybody? And then, you have the head of the Kingsguard right between the Queen's crotch. So it's like, what in the world did you think could have happened? How in the world did you think this was going to play out? Do you think the attack was just going to go unnoticed and unchecked? It's like for Otto to be, this is his second king that he's completely guarded. Clearly, he's not very good at his job not to think these sorts of things through. And he's like, I wasn't prepared for war. Then why in the world did you let Aegon make a claim to be the king if you weren't prepared to guide that king through the next proper steps? It'd be like, hey, I want to leave this group for another group, but not have any plan on how to go through the follow through and the necessary steps to make that happen. It makes no sense. It's just stupid. Like, hand of what? Who are you guarding? Who are you protecting? You're not protecting the realm. You're protecting your pocketbooks, but you're not protecting your daughter because she's getting munched on by the head of the Kingsguard. Where's your head at during this? Why are you not protecting anyone? Anything? Why
No.
can't you just do your job? So he is number two that we have already solidified in one episode, incapable of doing a job for the House of Green. So if the House of Black starts losing to these guys, yo, mind blown right there, because clearly right now the House of Black has the dominant hand, regardless of the fact that Daemon may have pushed the envelope too far again.
Yeah, he's got them acting on emotion, so they're going to be very emotional in their response, which means they're not going to be thinking clearly, which can lead to mistakes. I think the only one who is thinking clearly and stuff for himself, of course, is unfortunately going to be roughly between Otto and Alicent and stuff like that. But again, everybody's an idiot right now. I don't know how else to describe it. They all need help. Um, Amon, he's gonna retaliate some stupid way. I don't know how, but he's gonna retaliate and it's gonna be bad. I want to say he's probably gonna go after, was it Jakaris maybe?
I mean, it's either that or they're just going to attack some of the allies who've already claimed for the House of Black and kind of put their foot down and assert what dominance they can early on, that we mean business. We saw what happened. We're not going to let this thing be a thing. Yeah, he wanted his daughter on the throne, but he didn't get that to happen. Like, she is not in charge. She's just like, she's as much in charge as Cersei was when
Oh
her
yeah,
son Joffrey was in charge. Like, it's not the same. It's like you're in charge in name, which, I mean, in Westeros, who really cares? She doesn't have a dragon. She doesn't have a claim. She doesn't have the power to move everything the way it needs to be done. So, and then Otto, I can't believe he would sacrifice his own daughter to the old man who was king and ancient and falling apart, and thought, you know what? I'm such a great guy to my best friend. Here's my kid. Have fun. What? That's sick. That's twisted. That's convoluted. But again,
that's Westeros.
Westeros in a
That's
nutshell, man.
Westeros.
Like, they just absolutely will serve
Yeah,
anybody or anything up on a silver platter for other people, and it is insane to see, just madness to watch, but so much fun as a fan to sit here, speculate, hang out with the chat, and just figure out ultimately where we're going with all of Westeros. There's so much to do and so much to see with this universe. There's going to be some key pieces moving. Personally, I really want to see what some of the changes that they made and how it's going to be carried out, because I believe Corlys, and I could be butchering that name because Game of Thrones Westeros, everyone's either named Aegon or something you can't pronounce. It just seems to be how things go. He, the oh my gosh, I've completely blanked out. More of Torrhen Stark. Thank you. I would love to see more of Torrhen Stark too, but I want to see the House Viserion. He died in the book. The guy who was pulled from the ocean last episode, he's supposed to be dead by the books, but
okay.
he's still alive and well. And I want to see if what the big deal is with the gentleman who rescued him. We spent a lot of time and a lot of prominence on that one character. Most directors won't do that unless there is a certain moment in time that's going to pan out for everyone. And if you read the books, you know where I'm going with it. I don't want to spoil it for Will, but I think it could be. Yeah, Lord Corliss. I couldn't spell it or pronounce it without any help, so thanks,
Yeah,
Aaron. I do generally appreciate
yeah.
that.
He's the one who's married to Rhaenys, right?
Yes, the queen who never was, who was
Yeah,
ultimately just such a
yeah,
BA.
and she's got a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
She's got freaking a dragon. So yeah, because she came. Yeah, she came riding in like a freaking champion. Um. So yeah, yeah. So Corlys still alive, which lets me believe it's possible that Lucerys could still be alive. They're already changing up stuff. I'm just saying, it's possible. 100%. Because again, we didn't see a body. We just
You
saw
and
the
your
wing.
Marvel theories in such a lighter universe, your little PG universe.
Look, when it went back, you go back and look at the bite, and it goes through, and you see where the bite happened. It's possible that the body was
He
missed,
fell from that height, managed to hit the water, and not die.
hanging
Yep.
on the wing. Like he made a glider, it made like a glider, like floated down like a parachute, some shit.
Someone would have dissected that in the shot by now.
Hey
Are
man,
y'all dropping on here without audio soon? Unfortunately, we can't show anything on screen with audio or without audio. We don't have legal rights, permissions, or authorities in order to do so, Aaron. We'll be playing it off screen. We'll be talking about everything as it happens. If you guys aren't interested in that, I completely understand. We still do live recap during the episode, and we'll do a post-episode recap, so you can always check back in, let your thoughts, feelings, everything of that nature be heard. We've worked very hard on getting this channel up. So the last thing we're going to do is risk it trying to, cut a corner here through legality purposes and get in a whole heck of a lot of trouble. I'm sure there will be other channels probably out there that may try and sneak on by, but to each their own. I ain't going to be mad at it.
yeah, we'll
We'll
try
let
to do
everybody
a
know when we hit that
countdown.
start button.
Yeah, we'll set up. We usually sync up our stuff, and we talk about it so we can kind of be on the same page throughout the whole episode.
Because we want to be in sync with you, the audience. That way, everyone's thoughts, feelings are fresh. The chat is moving. People have their opinions heard, and we can all discuss things civilly. Because I know we're not going to agree on everything. I don't agree with half of Will's crazy theories pertaining to Westeros because
Okay.
some of with the parts of the book I have read, everything about this universe says nothing about coming back from the dead unless you're absolutely, Jon Snow, in which case you came back for nothing because that's just how things
I
be.
mean, he wouldn't come back from the dead if he wasn't dead. I'm just saying, like it's possible.
He was very much dead.
He
was very much
was
dead.
dead in the book. He was not dead in the show, as far as we know. He's presumed dead. They didn't find a body. I'm gonna ride this freaking till I die.
I feel like you're just rooting for all the kids to survive and everyone to be merry and eating cake and having a good old jolly time
Nah, last time
in a
someone
universe
said
where
let them
everything's
eat
going
cake.
terribly.
Nah, last time someone said let them eat cake, that went horrible. All right, so
And it went terrible eating pie too. I think cookies were the only thing that was generally safe within Westeros. Whoever their cooking supervising board is needs to have a stern look at them and be like, hey, why are you letting people get poisoned or people eat human flesh? Why is this happening?
where's the FDA? And like we need stuff
The
checked.
Federal Drug Administration needs to be brought in to test your food samples in Westeros. That's the greatest concern we have, other than the incest or the mass taking out of human life or anything of that nature.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm sure I'll marry my sister and have a bunch of kids because this is what we do here to keep the bloodline. No,
Something. I
can't.
mean,
I can't.
it's just dark.
Why?
It's like Daemon with his niece of all people is like, my guy, I think you're a cool character, but
I
I
mean,
can't
Damon with his
ever
niece,
help you for this at
Aegon's with
all.
his sister. Like,
Yeah, it's not the weirdest thing that's happened in Westeros. That's for dang sure.
yeah, it's not. So
It makes you wonder what George R. R. Martin's mental process was going through all this stuff. Welcome in, Mosen, my pet starfish. Thanks for the laugh. You're probably laughing at Will. He is actually
Hey man,
legitimately funnier than I am.
oh look, I just be talking. I'll be talking. Whatever comes to mind. Yeah.
Episode 2 is up. It doesn't have a title yet. I'm going to skip the opening and then hit pause, everybody. Episode 2 is up. I will update the chat with this information.
All right.
Episode 2 is up. Because we need to get our Westerosi fix in.
This says the hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a little bit longer than the 55 minutes I was promised. C-Rod, welcome back on in. All right, everybody. Episode is up. Are we ready to hit play? I skipped the bunch of commercials at the beginning. Got impatient.
Yeah. I'll skip the recap. Whatever. I'm at the 4 minute 50 second mark. Standing
4
by
minute and 50 second mark. Where am I at?
because I don't need the recap. I don't need like freaking
In the opening?
huh. Look, man, you can watch the opening. Go for it. I don't care. Like I need to know what happened because that stuff sparked off. So you enjoy your opening. I will freaking wait patiently. But yeah. Oh yeah,
This
my
is one of
theories
the
are
few
nuts.
openings in television I will not skip.
Yeah.
You can go
Freaking.
on ahead. Just don't spoil nothing for me. I'm gonna move
Freaking.
you up. There you go. Now you're gonna be hanging out with me. Because people
So
want to see me freak out. Starfish
yeah.
is on the same team you are, by the way. He loves your theory
Look,
crafting.
I mean, here's the thing. Just let the theories flow. Let's just see what random stuff we come up with. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. Hey, if I'm right, you're gonna be mad. So I'm just gonna let it ride. But again, anything can happen. So again, that's if you don't see a body, you can't assume someone is dead. If you do see a body and they stark it and so they come right back, I don't know what to tell you again.
See,
So
Aaron's waiting for me. What a gentleman. See, that's what friendship is, Will. You should try it sometime. Might look good on you.
I mean, maybe if you freaking let me, not call my theories crazy so much, then maybe I would. I don't know what to tell you.
Fair and valid. I respect that. Your opinion matters. It's just wrong because I'm right.
Oh,
But
freaking!
again, if
I hope.
Terry was right, I would just absolutely eat the most humble pie you've ever given.
Oh, I will. Oh boy, I'm gonna freaking
Lord
buy
it
you
over
a
me for
pie.
the next millennia.
You're gonna watch on Max. Max is the platform that you will watch. It is possible to watch it on Amazon, I believe. Last I checked, and stuff because they
In
had
certain countries.
in certain countries they had a deal with Max stuff. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm still sitting at the 4 minutes. You let me know when you good, Brent, because
We're about to intro is over. Hit that play button, Aaron. Let's go. Let's watch House of the Dragon. One of the greatest shows on TV right now. We are at the 4 minute and 50 mark right now. Kryptonian, welcome on in. Get your popcorn ready. Just like T.O. out there, baby. Get that popcorn ready.
so yeah, everybody. Where you been, Cole?
Everybody's on panic mode. Everybody's panicking. Are they just going to start taking out commoners, or are they just going to start looking for the would-be assassins amongst the common folk?
Yeah.
Yep, they're looking for the assassin because they're having the dog sniff it. And Aegon has answered.
Oh yeah, he's lost it.
He's like, I'm exactly where I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Don't destroy his Lego sets.
Hey yo, war
He's
is
drunk
on
and
the
holding his sword by the sharp point. Things are good. Yeah, kind of like, hey, let's just close this off. No one needs to see anything here.
no one needs to know. He's out here declaring war already.
And Amon's just like, okay, let's get to work and figure out what's going on. Because he realized that they were coming for him because that was his room that they entered through.
Yep. All his gold pieces and stuff are gone.
So he's got to be more than on alert because that was their battle strategy. If they had been paying attention, they could have gotten that information for them. But nope. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Missed one though. Auto UPOS.
Yep.
She still has bedhead.
No, right?
It's a nice touch from the director. Just a little bit.
Hmm. Come on, Otto. What kind of words of crappy wisdom you got to share?
It's about as useful as Grim or Worm Tongue. You'd know that if you watched Lord of the Rings. Sir.
You a preacher now? What sin? What are you talking about?
He's become a religious man overnight to cover up his sins.
Oh, he's got plenty.
Some good may come of this. Are you mad?
Oh yes.
That's the emotion.
Yeah, you was at bed, all right.
You're in bed with my mom.
There's Laris.
I believe he has a daughter. Aaron, I think he has a daughter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aegon's selling this right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to publicly execute him. I'm with Aegon. I'm tired of all this crap. Stop talking. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bold accusation. Otto's going to use this to wipe out his enemies.
Mm-hmm.
He's killing it right now.
Hmm.
Declare war.
Yeah, he's already declaring it himself, so just gotta make it official.
Because Aegon's already pushed past sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. Smart. Mm.
We gonna see.
Aegon's gonna get a nomination for this scene.
Yeah, he's doing well.
The only issue with Aegon is he's so pliable to everyone else's whims. If this was Aemon, it had already been decided.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, if Cole tried pushing me when I'm trying to leave after everything he just did, he's
Yo,
getting clocked.
boy, he getting lit up so quick.
Clocked and fired. Out. Out.
Mm-hmm. What you saw last night when you came to my room, like, shut up, Ma.
Like
I want
you're
to hear
guilty.
it.
I'm gonna yell about everything.
I want to hear
You'll talk about your transgressions later.
it. Oh, yeah.
Hey, look,
Like
the
House
guards are there
Black.
now. There's got to be some symbolism in her grabbing the elephant, but whatever it is eludes me at this time.
Elephants never forget.
Really, we're gonna go down that road.
Hey, man.
All the poor people watching that chariot go by. That chariot's worth more than everything we own. I'm sure it makes them feel great. Now, which one did they get?
Oh,
Blood or cheese? Oh boy. How do you get the big one? Oh, it's gonna be dark.
man, he snitched quick.
He didn't even get started torturing. He's just like, I'm out. And he's gonna still torture him. Just for effect. And because it'll please Aegon. Because it'll just be like, he didn't give me anything. I just had to torture it out of him. Oh. Ooh, the stitching around the neck.
Yeah.
Be like, stop throwing that crap at me. Because she's not like the rest of her family. She's not really into this whole thing.
Here we go.
A father gets to get revenge for the loss of his firstborn.
It's party time.
If you got young children, have them look away. Things are about to get messy.
Yeah, you said it, man. You said it.
Ooh, right in the jaw. Because that won't kill you. That'll just make the Everything else was bad.
I know he's gonna kill him. He's finna destroy him.
I think she's holding her in place because she wants to leave because she's just being overwhelmed by this.
Yeah. She doesn't want to be here.
I want to be here. Doesn't care for these people. Do anything to have to like undo the decision she had to unfortunately make.
Mm-hmm. You use your taxes, fix them roads.
Nope.
Oh. Now she really about to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is be stuck in a situation like this. They're like, give us money, give us money. Nope, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere near them. Welcome in, Daniel. Welcome
What if the
in.
head falls off?
Oh no. Don't root for that. But that would send a message because like yeah, oh, imagine being a parent having to watch your child's body just being rocked because they can't over that.
Mm.
Ugh. Yeah. It's not even worth thinking about.
Oh. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit. Damon's just sitting there. Attaboy.
He just sitting there. Like, I didn't do nothing.
Why is Damon so smug right now? I think everyone's thinking the same thing. She figured it out really quickly. Queen who never was it. It's not the queen who gets fooled.
Ooh, boy, it's getting spicy.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing was your operation.
Oh.
I mean, he's kind of been poison on her side the entire time they've been together, but let's just talk about now.
That's right. Hyper focus every time Helena's in the shot. Yeah. Her emotion is supposed to get me.
Rhaenyra is selling it.
Yeah.
Whoa. There it is.
Oh.
I mean, she ain't wrong. Like, he needs to cool it.
Ooh. Message.
Come on, say yes. Come on, Damon.
Hmm. Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
They are just cutting each other.
Yeah, this is fucking it's knives.
This is one of those couples fights that you're like, can we come back from this? It's not like they can divorce right now. A little busy. It's like if Damon hadn't been reckless his entire life, he would already be on the throne.
Yeah.
He's only himself to blame, and that eats him alive. Just call him stepdad. He ain't really doing the job.
Yeah. That's is that Bayla?
I believe so.
Yeah, she said Moon Dancer. Bayla has Moon Dancer. Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose her too. Because that's the wife of her son. So if this goes wrong, your father is a child ender. he's in the doghouse. Probably going to be for a good time now. Good long while. Now Damon's gonna go throw his temper tantrum out. Varaxis. Also, if anyone's wondering what my birthday wish is for Damon's armor. So add that to the wish list.
Yeah. Yeah, where is he going? I don't know, but he's gonna get into something.
Because he should not be let out at this moment in time. I'm still wondering what happened to the dragon he was trying to tame at the end of last season that we haven't seen yet.
Do we know the name of it?
It is the second biggest dragon in Westeros. I forget his name right now. I'm
I know
terrible with names when it comes to this show.
I know names of a couple of them.
Because Vagar's the big one and Varaxis is his.
There's
I don't remember his because it looks like a serpent.
It's like a ghost cannibal and a sheep stealer.
There's a
We're
lot going
three.
on with it.
We're three of the wild dragons. Guards all over now. Yeah, you know, right? They everywhere now.
And he's not even bothering to console his sister / wife. She's entirely alone in this.
Yeah, homie. You wasn't here.
This is your fault. But also, Fernair didn't hire him because he was quote unquote attractive. None of this would have happened. Safe assumption. Like, I'm just a humble servant. Can I just, scoot on through the other side?
And she's got to protect freaking. She's got to protect them feverishly.
Because there will not be much left by the end of all of this. Protect what innocence you can.
And those are the ones she had with. She had those with Damon.
Yeah, that's why they're white haired and not dark haired.
Right.
Because she had the other two was strong. So fertility is strong in the family. Damon's probably gonna go launch a small war on his own. Like, I got you this. This is your gift. I just wanted you to be loyal and follow instructions. I don't need gifts. Oh, great. Bath time. Is Foot Job going to be here? Oh, boy. An idiot. At least he realized the errors of his ways. But will he be able to fight off the temptation of Snoo Snoo?
Probably not.
Yeah, his hand's going to. Oh, she got it. I bet she was struggling on purpose there.
Because she's used to somebody else taking it off.
I'm getting between it. Kind of half finished that thought there, C-Rods. You hate that I'm wet. There you go, behind by 4 minutes. Oh.
We apologize.
Sorry.
We got to time it when we first start so everybody who's in can be on track with us.
And Aaron was nice enough to wait for me because Will wasn't for the minute. I'll be petty.
I'll try to be more
host again.
I'll try to be more vague a little bit about.
He just left his job again. And everyone's probably thinking poorly of him at this moment in time. Can I help you? I'm eating here.
Oh, here you go.
Which you have none.
You ain't got no room to talk about nothing.
Yeah, good soldiers follow orders will only last for so long. Is he really going to try and pass his blame, sir? Everyone else is like, nope, I'm out of here. Not getting involved in this.
I know this guy. I mean, boy. This is the interaction I was waiting for.
He's a sociopath. The people in the background, what are you doing? Something Marcus. Well,
Wow, really? You gotta be out of your mind.
you are not in charge enough to make this decision, sir. You.
This is why I forgot I didn't want Cole to die yet, because I knew he was gonna have interaction.
The plan's not terrible. Then I say that much.
Plan is stupid. At this point in time, with how much protection is going, this is freaking stupid.
It's the only doppelganger we have. If you have
Because
another clone lying around, let me know.
because he's the one who wasn't at his post.
We're not looking for the root of the cause. We're just causing for the plan. The root of the cause is stupid. He's going to have this man killed just because of his own folly.
I want him dead.
Off with his head. Or something like that. Christian's gotta go.
Oh, I need him dead.
Oh, you do hate your stepdad. But that's probably the most sane thing in Westeros. Oh yeah, I forgot. Her uncle just straight up left with his lover, and that was it. I bet he's having a nice life right now. He dodged all this. Yep.
Yep.
The entertainment of the evening has arrived. This will make everything better or worse.
Let's be honest. Nothing good ever happens in these brothels.
No. Is this where Daemon wandered off to? I feel like that's something he would do.
No, I swear.
Hey, Daemon. Oh, his eye. Not here. Where else would you go? Hmm. Maybe this is the brothel owner. I can't remember. But he's clearly quite happy, but seeing that eye is rather jarring.
She's trying to protect herself.
I mean, if you're a Targaryen without mommy issues, are you really a Targaryen? Half your family is related to half your family. Like family gatherings have to be confusing. Hey, uncle, can you get that? And then your dad and your uncle get up at the same time. He's like, same dude. What the heck?
Yeah, it's got to be for now. Yeah. I just hope Kristen dies this season. He needs to die this season, please.
I think you'll be calling for this for a while. The head of the Kingsguard doesn't go out wantonly, but the white hair on this gentleman does make me lead to some speculation there, Aaron. Some speculation. It looks like he would have fit in perfectly with the show Vikings a couple years ago.
Is he a bastard? Yeah.
There are many running around. I mean, we have to remember Aegon isn't exactly what you call faithful, and he's spreading his seed.
His hair isn't white. Like his hair looks like it went from black to white or something like that. So it's not pure white like the other one. So I don't know.
Mm. Getting a lot of good action from the Corliss side of the family, House Valerian. Mm-hmm. Take the job, get the promotion.
Love me some carrots.
Because he's seen what Daemon can do in battle.
Mm-hmm. Came in swinging that one time.
Oh yeah, Daemon saved the entire Stepstones in one go. Their bedroom talk needs work. Corliss is like one of the few good people in the entire realm.
Yeah, his daughter died, but his son's still alive, right?
Corliss?
Yeah.
I believe so. His daughter was the one that burned herself. His other son was the one who was left with his lover.
Yeah.
And then I think he had one more.
Yeah, Lenore, whatever.
And then there's a rumor that he may have had one out of wedlock prior to the Queen Who Never Was. But that's a book point that hasn't been fully addressed yet. I'm starting to think the gentleman who saved Corliss's life may have been his son.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got crazy theories now?
I mean, this information was not privy to. So, I mean, not so crazy theory. Oh, she's prisoner, yeah.
And technically a spy master, for lack of a better term, but you definitely aren't the spider and you're definitely not Littlefinger.
Who knows?
He hasn't said much of anything. He just dipped. Typical Damon. Didn't even leave a note. I will be right back.
Yeah. So you say. So what else could she do? What could she offer to secure her life right now? Say Miss Saria is her name, right? Yeah, I will say who's. Ooh. So she wants revenge on High Towers? Maybe a little bit. Answer. Need some huge books on the table though. Uh-oh. Oh, little crab. Uh-oh. That's a dragon. I thought dragon get ready to do a fire round or something real quick. Can I just steal a potato? Where's she going? Oh. Oh. Her son is hanging. Who's her son? Hmm. Yep. Just hanging around. All right, so they caught the ones responsible for the physical act. Yep, that was cheese. They got him. They struck up all the rat catchers. Hmm. Now you close the door. Yeah, they got him. They got him for sure. I am the best. Yeah, you screwed up a lot of Otto's plans. Yeah, I feel like Otto's about to get fired too. And Cole's trying to creep his way in. If Cole's trying to creep his way in, I wouldn't be surprised. Freaking like, oh, I'll see, Cole right freaking there. Otto about to get fired, and Cole's gonna have your job. Cole's gonna become hand to the king. Oh God, please don't make Cole hand to the king. Uh, Man, this is. I'm actually on Otto's side with this one right now. Like, oh, mm-mm.
Sorry, folks. I'm back. Had something I needed to attend to quickly.
Man.
I'm sure I missed something drastic. Everyone hopefully continued on ahead without me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely freaking. You need me to catch you up?
Oh, I'm sure I'll get there.
Oh no. I called it. I freaking called it.
I'm looking forward to what that is. And sports and shenanigans, what the heck, man? I'm awesome too, just for the record. Just not as much. So.
Oh.
Mm. That'd be terrifying to live in a world of dragons, but also I am what? Where am I at? I'm only 49 minutes in.
Oh crap.
I'm just in for some crap. I like it.
Oh crap.
Do I want to know even which house is the one that's being reckless?
No, 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 no.
Aaron's losing his mind in chat.
I'm over it, dude. Like, man.
Oh boy, that's a lot of people hanging out.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me right now. This is where we going with this?
The dog survived. Oh, there's cheese.
Oh, she noticed. Oh, what's gonna happen? Which What choice you gonna make? You got you gotta be bound to run into him at some point. Yeah, she's yeah, that's what I said. I'm waiting for this to pop off. Oh yeah, it's gonna be it's ooh boy. Boy. Um ooh freaking is she gonna save her? Oh yeah, turn back, turn back. Oh,
Yeah, so you're on this episode's definitely slower, but there's a lot to unpack with it. It's got that punch.
yeah, the helmet was helping. Now I got it. Which one is ah yeah, the build up. I love the build up. The build up is intense. So good. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what I wanted.
What mark are you at?
Oh, I think that was the good one that just died. Oh, man. Oh, freaking crap, man. That is not how I expect that to go down.
Oh, I just got there.
Yeah, I fully. I'm with you, Aaron. I'm freaking with you.
Oh, double kill. My gosh.
You caught up? Yeah.
Mm. The show, man. Mm. These two petty schemers.
What you crying for?
I have sinned. Otto, shut up. Don't care. I was like, my problems are more important.
She's like, yeah, I want you. All right, get it out, girl. Knew it. Knew that. Nothing new. Man,
This is how you deal with grief.
that was an episode. That was an episode. Yeah, exactly. These people, Aaron, man, my thoughts exactly. These people here.
What do you mean, these people?
These people. These people. Oh man. All right. So,
Oof. Yo.
all right. Those are being freaking slow episode for sure, but again, I do not mind the lead up. I fully agree. The lead up is important to the storytelling. You want to build that animosity between characters. You want to build those relationships between characters. And then again, when it gets to that point and the payoff is like it is, it's ridiculous. I know. I want to be attached, and then like again, I was talking beforehand about the brothers. I was talking beforehand, right? Then this episode comes out and gives me exactly what and just gut wrenches me right off. I'm like, they were listening, like they knew we're going to mess with you, and they got me so good. All right, all right, Brett. Let's start at the beginning. For Jaharis' funeral, Helena being uneasy, like you see Aegon is losing his mind. He is mad. He is. I mean, he's a parent who just lost his
Finding
child.
himself.
So I get it. I'm with it. Like I understand his frustration, but again, he's making those rash decisions out of frustration, and it's causing problems. And usually, when you make those decisions emotionally, it's going to cause damage because you're not clear. And that's the one thing I can say about Otto. Even though he was conniving, he was still clear in his approach. He didn't get too attached to things. He was like, okay, we got to figure this out. He was the voice of reason in all the emotion. I will give him that. But him being the voice of reason and not emotion is what got him fired. And we'll get more to that in a minute, but that's just set up. Like Aegon wants retribution. He wants immediate satisfaction. That's the thing about a lot of these Targaryens. They want immediate satisfaction for whatever it is that they're going through. We saw that especially with Aegon. We saw it with Aemon. Like we saw it with Daemon. Like they want immediate satisfaction, gratification for whatever it is that they're trying to do. And that's one of the biggest things about them. I think Laris is working his way up to be in that position. The only reason I think Cole got the position is because Cole's trying to cover his butt right now, and he's trying to look good because he failed in his duty to do what he's supposed to do. So if he can cover it up or make something right, then it'd be good for him. But you kind of see he wasn't really expecting to get the hand handed to him, pun intended. Like he wasn't expecting it, but that's his position now.
So you're
So
saying that Cole was not expecting the hand job?
he was
Come
not
on.
expecting. He was not expecting that hand job.
But yeah, like, woof. I mean,
So
there's so much that broke down in that episode. Aegon's pliability has always been a burden, has been a responsibility that he hasn't been able to wield. Now, in this grief, he's going to at least be able to act with the spine and not be pushed around as others have been, because we know Aemon in this role would have been completely. See you around, Aaron. Have a great rest of the night.
yep.
So, again, if you
Yeah.
guys are leaving, heading on out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Easiest way to keep track of us. You'll see each and every week when we post for our live streams. I think I have everything up to date, other than the next episode, House of Dragon. I got to set a watch party for. But we're seeing that people's families are entirely falling apart in this war already, and there's only been 2 lives that have been ended, more or less, not counting the brothers because they're not immediate family. Daemon versus Rhaenyra is going to be more of a plot point than most people want it to be. Daemon, being the loose cannon he is, and being just kind of an insufferable human being at times, because let's just put it this way: as much as I love Daemon, he's that spoiled child of who, unless he gets his way, you're gonna hear about it.
Oh
And he didn't get what he wanted when his brother was alive, and now that his brother's gone, there's little to remedy the situation.
yeah. Did watch the preview. I'm going to get to the preview. Um. So yeah, Damon is definitely going to begin because again he flew off on his dragon fully armored. He's got a plan. He's got something going on, something that's going to get into, and when you see all the
See what I
recap,
have
all right, see you
next.
next week. So when you see the recap and stuff like that, you see Damon going to fight something. Like he look like he's going into combat and he's getting ready to scrap. There's dragon eggs at play. There's something going on. So whatever Damon flew off to do, like it's about to be brutal. Like somebody's about to get jacked up. But I still don't think it's as brutal as Sir Eric and Sir Eric. That was emotional.
That
That
was
that
like the last thing we really expected.
yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to see that go down the way it did and stuff. And the thing is, you kind of know, but you kind of don't know which brother was which if you're just kind of if you weren't fully focused on the tussle. The brother that got the leg cut, I think, was the good one. And I have to go back and watch. He was the good one, and he was fighting through, and that's one of the reasons he was pain and everything, and that's why the other one. What did I call? Speak. Oh, I called the brothers. Or when I was talking earlier, I called out the brothers, and I was like, I want to see a resolution between them. I said that before the show even started, and then I got that resolution. So that was outstanding in itself, just how it all played out. Because again, he couldn't live with that grief of killing his brother, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm in this right here." And dang, they lost. They lost 2 good warriors in that retrospect.
And Cole survives.
And Cole survives.
And
Oh,
got a promotion. And he got his boo back. That's been going good for him. Failing his way upward constantly.
he got rid of somebody freaking who he was mad at, and then got 2 hand jobs. Like
I see what you did there.
I can't, I can't. Like I need Cole to die at some point. I did not see him becoming hand at any point in time. I'm trying to figure out what the thing is with Masseria. So she saw that the brother had got off the boat and stuff, and she went back. She said, "Hang on a second." She went back, but what purpose did she serve going back? I thought she was going to go warn or be like, "Hey, yo, that's not him," or something to that effect. But none of that ever transpired. So, what are they? What is the purpose of her not taking her ship and staying around? Why
There's a
go?
There's a lot of speculation on that. There's a lot of theory on that. 'Cause, like, some people are going to automatically assume that there is a leak or a spy, or that everyone who's there for the House of Black or for the House of Green isn't necessarily out playing for that particular team. They're just going for the winning hand. In her case, I think she's just truly innocent and just didn't make it there in time. For whatever reason, I don't think there was a good chance for her to block the individual from getting there and really having a part to play in this.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's just I just don't get why she even turned around and like, what is the point of her staying? Like, as far as the writer's perspective, like, I mean, it's got to be a purpose. We'll probably see next episode when she comes back in and says whatever she says. But right now, it just kind of left. It was left like a loose end that had no real point right now. So I gotta wait till next week to see what point was supposed to be made with that. I don't know.
Because there's a lot that happened this episode, and the fact that Aegon finally pulled the wool off his eyes and got rid of Otto, I can't give him enough props for.
Yeah,
It's
he got rid
always
of
one thing to
Otto.
be emotional. It's hard to have someone who sounds logical but is poisoning your well in your ear constantly and not see it for what it is. Because he's like, "You are my father's hand. My father's dead. And he failed and he was looked as weak and pliable. I'm not doing this. I'm not going down that same exact road again."
You trade one poison for another. Cole has no experience. Cole's making rash decisions as well. Cole is freaking screwing his mother.
Cole is going to be a temp fill-in at best. His plan just went up in smoke, and now they know that this is an all-out war for any other terms of faults. And the guy who is limping his way through things, keep an eye on him. He's
Oh
moving up
yeah,
in the world, and he's doing it rather quickly on Aegon's good side. And
yeah.
he's
That's
not
what
going
I
to be
said.
someone who's holds him back. He's just going to push him into the right areas he needs to be. Put that wrath to good use.
Well, that's what we saw when he's like, "Yeah, we found the guy, and he had the head and stuff like that." It's like, how did you find? How did you know who to look for, or what? How did you come across him? Like, that's what I'm curious about. How did you get him?
Network of spies. They're going down the same route that Littlefinger did. In Westeros, it's all about who you know and what information you can get. Knowledge is power. Littlefinger was right in that regard. But at the same time, if everyone remembers that later scene in Game of Thrones, Littlefinger also tried saying knowledge is power in front of the actual queen, who was mad with power, and then put him in his place quickly because power is power. And she had 4 Kingsguards at her beck and call, kind of like, the House of Green should have to protect the kid. But instead, here we are. We're down a pair of twins and 2 sons. So far, no one's really coming out a clear winner here.
Yeah, well,
The twins' death was entirely unnecessary.
yeah. You gotta remember, Laris was the one who set fire to Mysaria's house when it was his people that set fire to it. So, like, all this stuff is at play, and I don't know if it's gonna be found out at some point.
I think, if anything, he's probably just continuing to get rewards for things of that nature.
Like feet
Being
picks.
a conniving person at this moment in time, kind of the in trend right now.
He needs them feet picks.
I think it's going to be more than picks at a certain point with the way Allison is just throwing herself around for the highest bidder of whoever's available at the time. I mean, rather than deal with her grief, she's just trying to plow her way through it.
Yeah, well, she's not the one doing the plowing.
She's a field that some seed has definitely been sown. I would love and laugh if at some moment in time she ends up with Kristen Cole's kid inside of her, and then she has to try and explain this away when she's been quote unquote with nobody for a long time, and everyone's like, "Great, we're gonna have a brother that's now the son of the hand of the king," and make this family tree even more messed up than it already is. And now Cole is now finally betting a quote unquote queen, even though she's more or less just a figurehead. She's not much of anything of real significance. It was nice though that the High Garden was mentioned, the Tyrells were mentioned. So we've had the Tyrells, the Lannisters have been here, we've had the Starks, and then obviously we have the Targaryens front and center. So we're getting a lot of callbacks and a lot of stuff that we can be like, okay, cool. This is what the people were doing in the war before the other war that involved Rhaegar, that then eventually led to the events of Game of Thrones. So we're getting a lot of the pieces, so to speak, established for us as we move into the next wave of what's truly going on here in Westeros. It's going to be a
Yeah.
wild time. It's going to be a crazy time. Hit me with some of your thoughts. I've just been rambling here rudely.
Oh no, I mean I've been throwing out there. I'm saying we got to see more of what's going to be a play. Like how is Cole going to suffice as the hand? Like what is he going to do that's going to make it anything different? Is he going to start? He's got combat experience. So with Aegon wanting to start a war, how is this going to play out? Now you got Aegon wanting to start a war and somebody who is adept at fighting, and he also trained Aemon, if I remember correctly. Right?
Correct.
So you got three people that like to fight. So there's some
Like
fighting.
Porter. Aegon's not much of a fighter, but the other two are.
Yeah, so we got three people who like to fight. So I mean, he got the dragon, right? So there's gonna be some blood spilled, a lot. And again, whatever Damon's up to with the rest of the squad, whatever he's got going on, I think the next episode is going to be all about Damon and whatever he's running around doing. Looks like he's going to grab some dragon eggs and do some other stuff.
Securing the clutch of eggs would be of serious importance at this time, just in case there's any more kids that are born that you can potentially awaken these dragons to, which would secure the long-term victory of whichever side has it. And if jury had out for it, in a perfect world, those would be the eggs that are eventually shown to Daenerys. That these three eggs don't hatch for them, but then end up, being the dragons of, everyone's favorite girl from Westeros. So that's something to potentially think about moving forward, or whether or not these eggs are going to be something that come into play during this season. There's a lot of great stuff that the show has continued to do with the show and don't tell, and then they've been able to tell powerfully when they are going through that level of exposition, and this just further cements what good writing can do for you. This show has continued to symbolize a lot of what good writing just should be about. They're showing and not telling. The armor and the backgrounds and the visuals that they're using are great. The actors and actresses are doing an impeccable job. That's why people come back each and every week for the basically the Jerry Springer show of Westeros. This is just family on family battle royale. If someone's not yelling Jerry by the end of this, I don't really know what we've been watching. This is going to be an all-out slugfest. This is going to be last man standing. And honestly, right now, it's anybody's guess who will be the final person standing. I know there's a couple channels that have already broken down like who's got what dragon and like how things play out in the books. But seeing with how they've managed to play with certain aspects of the story, I don't think even those of us who have read the books could really or necessarily say much to what's going to happen anymore, because they're taking some nice liberal changes, but they're all working off and paying off in a very good way. So thus far, happily surprised. This is a show you just cannot miss each and every week. I'm loving the action we've seen thus far. I have minimal, if not zero, complaints pertaining to this. As for you?
I'm in the same boat, man. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to understand the dragon eggs. I think these could be Daenerys' dragon eggs.
You comparing side-by-side photos?
I'm looking at them.
That would be fitting, and then all Game of Thrones fans would be quite pleased.
It could be. Well, she had 3.
Yep.
This shows 4. So
maybe one hatches for somebody else, which could turn out to be Rhaegar's dragon.
A green, maybe a brown and a red. A green, it could be a green, a gold, and a red. And here is a green, a gold, a red, and a blue.
So then the blue one is going to be the odd man out. Where that'll play into and whose that could be, lot to speculate on. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of YouTubers theory crafting for the next week with the whose eggs are they anyway? Who is that Pokemon? As we continue with Westeros' search for the most eligible bachelor for some dragons. which turned out to be a bachelorette. The one and the only mother of dragons, breaker of chains, queen of the Andals, and 7 kingdoms, and you guys get the rest. Queen of
I
the
love
longest titles that have ever been established.
I loved her titles.
It got a little repetitive after a while, but she earned it.
Yeah.
Breaker of chains, mother of dragons, all that other good stuff. I don't really have much else to break into this episode. Chat, you got anything you guys want to add on before we start wrapping this bad boy on up? We will be back next week, same time, same panel. A lot of great stuff. Clearly, we've already got 2 people who'll be back next week. C-Rod and Aaron had a fantastic time chatting with y'all. Chat seems to be mostly on the quieter side thus far. Will, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting to see what happens next. Like, what's going to be the repercussions of sending the assassin to attack, or the infiltrator? I won't say assassin because he wasn't really stealthy about it. But what are the repercussions of the attack? What is Damon up to? What's going on? Where are these dragon eggs they supposedly have? What's going to happen with those? And how is Aegon going to act now with Cole as his hand?
I guess you could say people have been egging him on. More terrible puns like that, which is what you guys hang out for. Be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button, the logo in the bottom right corner, and in the red description box below. Remember, at 1,000 subscribers, we have a giveaway for each and every one of you for a couple potential winners on that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And that follow button on Twitch is also free and available for you guys on over there. I've been Brent with the man, the myth, and the theory crafter himself. Have a good night, y'all.